So earlier today, there was somewhat of a Woj bomb when it comes to the Sacramento Kings' interest in Ben Simmons.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking Sixers in the Bird Gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And today we got some things to talk about, Sixer Nation. It don't look like Ben Simmons is going anywhere. I mean, this has been a disaster week after week, day after day, month after month. A max player sitting on the bench, not contributing at all to a team that is trying to get out the second round, has an MVP front runner. You got other guys stepping up, and he refuses to contribute. Before we get into the Woj bomb, help your boy out and hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new, and ding that notification bell so you know when these videos drop. And here it is. Bang! That's not a three-pointer from Seth Curry, Tyrese Maxey, or Joel Embiid. It's a Woj bomb. 4 hours ago, ESPN sources, the Sacramento Kings, one of the most aggressive teams in the market, and once an eager suitor for Philadelphia Ben Simmons, have ended pursuit of a deal with the Sixers and turns elsewhere in a trade talk. Story soon. Now, I wasn't going to bring the whole story up here, but I read it. And it pretty much says Halliburton, Barnes, Hield were on the table. And Daryl Morey stood there and said, nope, not enough. Now, when he came out on the radio, he kind of hinted to why would I do a deal that maybe puts us a little bit better, but not as true contenders. He doesn't believe that will move the needle. Now, the whole James Harden fiasco, right? I do believe Harden wants to play with Embiid. Yes, he does. But it won't happen this year. The Brooklyn Nets said multiple times that they are unwilling to trade James Harden, right? James Harden to them is talking nice. His camp is saying we want Philly, we want Embiid, all that good stuff. But the Nets are ready to play hardball and try to go the distance, good or bad, right? Kyrie can't play home games. Harden getting fed up. KD just got injured. If it blows up or when it blows up, it is what it is. Daryl Morey is looking to only move 2-5, Ben Simmons, for something that moves the needle. Now, in the article, Woj did say that the Sixers will continue to talk. We've been talking since the offseason. We got 2 weeks. The biggest pursuit is gone. So even if you get a Pacers coming through, or a Cavs coming through, or a Spurs coming through, you lost bargaining tools. Oh, well, we got this team. They're out. Who else drops out in the next day or two with 2 weeks remaining to the trade deadline? Now, once again, Harden can opt out of his contract in the offseason. And that is where Joel Embiid and James Harden will get paired up. I'm here to tell you that I am a firm believer that in the offseason we will make a move and get Harden. I believe it. And it will result into not trading Harden for Ben Simmons, or Ben Simmons for Harden. It might. Once the Nets realize they can't get nothing for Harden, they might do a sign and trade. Let me get 2-5. Kyrie will probably be able to play home games because the vaccination stuff will be probably gone next year. So now you got Kyrie and KD on offense and Ben Simmons transition offense, distributing, and defense, which can help the Nets out. I don't care. Come to Philly in a series and see how you get booed, Ben Simmons. But they hearing now Daryl Morey's playing the long game. If something transpires in the next couple of days, we'll talk about it, but I don't believe so. Now, another point that Woj made in this article was not just the James Harden attack that we're going to go into in the offseason, but teams that are trying to make a push, right? The Wizards, can I get to the playoffs? How upsetting is your season going to end? The Blazers, the Boston Celtics, right? Players that will move the needle for Daryl Morey. Bradley Beal, Dame Lillard, Jaylen Brown. These are the type of players that if the Wizards fall off, which they lost a 35-point lead, that don't look good. If Boston loses, there's been friction between Tatum and Brown, and Boston already said that if we move on from one, see ya, Brown. And then you got a guy like Dame who's starting to realize, dang, what? The Blazers are playing better without me? So it might not be Dame's decision anymore. Now it might go to management. We need to reset, and we're playing better without him. I don't know. I do know that you can't waste Joel Embiid's MVP type season. I understand that you're not going to push your chips halfway in if your hand's not legit. Y'all play poker. You got to bluff. Is this a bluff? Is this a last second hand drop from Daryl Morey? I don't know. You let me know in the comment section. Let me know what's going on, because I know that some of you would have took that Sacramento deal in the sense that Joel Embiid just needs bodies that are willing to play, willing to contribute. You'll have a deeper bench and a better starting lineup for a guy who's already carrying a team to 29-19. Sad truth is, I think Morey's going to go all in the offseason. Again, a Boston Celtic bad ending, Wizards, Blazers. He said the way teams finish can make a player change their mind, can make an organization change their mind. So he's trying to go all in, and he thinks that Ben Simmons' value is going to be higher in the offseason. How? I'm torn in a sense that if we get a Harden or a Brown or a Beal or a Dame, but I do think Harden is the best chance, and that's the best one to play against Embiid with Embiid. If that happens, I'm going to be unbearable in the offseason, and we're going to talk about championships because it's coming. It's coming if that happens. But to see Embiid go out there and work, to know that the roster could get a little better, do you risk it, right? And wait for Harden, then Harden don't come. Nothing happens. You wasted a season, and you settle. If we end up settling in the offseason, then it was a wasted season, an absolute waste. So it's roll the dice, do or die. Take the easy, take the legit. And that's why the Kings backed out, because Morey's like, nah, not enough, not enough, not enough. Now, does Morey give him one more last call, last day of the trade deadline, and said, psych, I'm joking? I don't know. That's why y'all got to let me know in the comment section. But I do believe Ben Simmons won't last past the offseason. But will we wait and get what we really need to compete? Or will we waste a season and still get the same or worse deal that we could have taken last week or this week? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section. I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. Unfortunate, because I definitely wanted to trade Ben Simmons for the fact that Embiid deserves it. But I'm torn. 50% says get the best move, because Daryl Morey is making me think there's a better move out there. The other 50% says get what you can get, because anybody is better than nobody. And you look at a guy like Buddy Hield, who's probably equivalent to a Curry or a little less in just overall game, not three-point shooting. And look what Curry has done in elevating his game because of big, bad Joel Embiid, right? These guys will elevate their game just because 2-1 is on the field. 21, Embiid, MVP. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section. I'm kind of upset when I read this story from Woj. Until next time, like, subscribe, ding the notification bell. We are out.